But let me pull up the chat so that if anyone wants to say anything, we can actually see.
And I apologize in advance because once again, I have not written down the names of the characters.
One of these days, we're going to remember to do that. Buckle up, everyone. This is going to be a long one. I think there's like 20 that we're going to talk about, and then a few that we're going to maybe suggest you pass on. But
But put the question in so that people can, if they see
okay.
it.
What was your
Okay,
Okay,
great.
that's the question. If any of you guys would like to answer it. And let's get started with the first Looking Beyond of the year because we've been reading voraciously while trying to do a podcast. I can't even believe we got this volume of books done.
There's a lot. Okay. That's you.
Oh, I'm first.
You are first.
Broken Country. Okay, look, there's a second one for Broken Country. That's all. I feel vindicated on that one.
I
Because
can't
that was
more
my
people
favorite.
but anyway.
The Future Saints is if you would like a modern day Daisy Jones, this is the book for you. It's told from the perspective of the lead singer and their band manager. And it's the story of this band that is like making it in the scene. The lead singer, is having like a nervous breakdown because their former band manager was her sister who died.
Oh.
And so she is really struggling with that death. And it's bleeding into their performances, but at the same time that she's struggling, she's writing all this like really emotional music and their fame is like skyrocketing. So it's just this really interesting band story. And I'm a sucker ever since Daisy Jones. I feel like everyone is a sucker for a band story. And this one is set in the present day, which I really appreciate. Like people not trying to go back in time to the 70s.
Another Daisy
Yeah,
Jones.
this is like social media plays a role and stuff like that so that it feels not like a repeat of the same book you've already read, but you'll like get the same feeling from it.
Okay. That sounds good.
It was good. It's good fiction.
Okay. This is me. This is not about us. This is such an interesting.
No, wait. She wrote, before you even get into it, she wrote Isola and Sam, right? You read Isola, I read Sam, same woman?
Yeah. Okay. So it's really, really interesting the way she did this. It's a family drama that starts off the very beginning. There's three sisters. They're older. One of the sisters, who I think is the sister that kind of like held everybody together, she is dying, and the other two sisters are having a fight. Okay. And so then each chapter touches on another member of the family. So they're kind of individual stories, but they're all interconnected because they're part of the same family, and it's told from multiple viewpoints. And this is a very realistic family drama.
Is this literary fiction more than
Yes.
regular fiction?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I remember that she writes
Yeah.
like that.
It's very literary and it's really on point. Like this family is it's not screaming and yelling like that kind of thing. It actually feels really
Very
real.
realistic.
You're like, wow. So very well written.
I like her writing style.
Yeah.
Tremendously.
Yeah.
This was featured in the podcast.
It is a literary romance.
I know, spelled incorrectly.
Oh my God.
I'm actually the bad speller, but even I.
Oh God, come on, people. Sorry. I will check my spelling. Listen, I was having such fights. I told you yesterday, I do not know what was going on with my computer. My computer was fighting with me. Everything kept like disappearing. Like all the links were gone. I kept having to go out, come back in. Slides I made were gone.
Yeah, I was having problems with the slides this morning too. With photos.
Technology doesn't like me. Yeah. Okay, so this is a literary romance. This is like a new genre that
we love.
That we
like
love.
Finding Grace, and what was the other one that we read? Full Bloom.
Full Bloom. Yeah, a bunch of them. The other one that I read.
Oh,
Was it yellow?
this is I loved Love Me or something. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
yellow with some
yeah,
flowers
yellow
on
with
the
the
front.
flowers on the
Yeah.
way. Okay. That was very descriptive for all of you. So Dandelion is dead. Her sister Poppy is still grieving the loss of Dandelion. One day, Poppy's phone breaks. She goes over to Dandelion's apartment that she still has access to, goes under the bed, pulls out her old phone, turns it on because she needs a phone, and sees all of her sister's old apps and decides to go into one of the dating apps and replies
And becomes a
to someone
catfisher.
and becomes a total catfish, goes out on a date with this guy as Dandelion, which we kind of discussed. Like, you don't actually feel mad
Hmm.
at her for it because she really is just trying to grasp at anything that she can do to keep the memory of her sister alive. And
This was the story that you posted in the podcast, and I posted it yesterday, and Rosie was like, "You do a much better job of explaining it than I do."
which that was so sweet. I love this.
Because I feel like we think of catfishing as like negative. So to
Yeah,
hear that it's
so
not negative is interesting.
it wasn't, and this isn't a typical like we fall in love, now we have a fight, then we break up, then we get back together. Like, this didn't follow that because she actually has a boyfriend. There's a lot of moving parts in this one, and I loved it a lot. Okay.
Another fiction for you.
Another fiction for me. This one, I'm going to recommend it, but only for like specific people. This was like a very well written, it's like very literary and a little bit odd.
Ooh.
A little bit odd because it is told from the point of view of like the two narrators.
Mhm.
One is a girl, she's lived a very sheltered life. She's just started university. She has all these plans for how great university is going to be, and she's having trouble making friends. And this guy who is part of a band and all the secrets that he has that he's trying to keep from his past life. And it tells the story of the two of them. She is very, very odd. She becomes this like super fan, and she's like completely obsessed with the band and thinks that she could like help him when he's like, his reputation is
So like
threatened.
kind of stalker, like
Oh,
Tinder white female?
like, yes, but she's not psycho. She's just
Okay.
so
But not like scary.
no, not scary psycho, but in a like she doesn't know how to emotionally connect with people kind of way.
Okay.
And so you see her growth and you see his growth. It's very literary, but like the male character I feel like is very likable and the female character wasn't so much.
Okay.
So
It's out February 3rd, which is like normally release day for celebrity book clubs. Could you see this being one or no?
I could because it's like weird enough.
I feel like the cover says like Reese to me based on that alone, but I don't know.
Right. And
Okay.
and it's like a little weird. So I don't know. It could go either way. This is you.
Oh, this is mine. And I also think that this is going to be a celebrity book club pick. And I think it's going to be Jenna's. And I'm just like hypothesizing, I know nothing, but it's about twins. And I feel like she's a sucker because she's a twin. She's a sucker for a twin story.
Okay.
I'm only 30% of the way through this. In fairness, I started it over the weekend and I love it. But it was a crazy weekend. It's a literary fiction. It's non-linear and it opens with a Viking funeral. So this mom,
Viking funeral.
Susie, is dying. She died. I did. I don't know. It came to me when I looked at her in the gown. I know.
So good.
She died of cancer, leaving behind her twin 7-year-olds, I think they were. They live in Maine. Their dad is a professor. And Susie, was an actress in Hollywood in like a soap opera. So every week she would fly to Hollywood and every Friday she would come home and be with her family. And her professor husband like sort of hated this. And so on the day of her funeral, he took like the VHS tapes because this is like the 90s and he threw them away so that he could like hide her Hollywood past from his kids.
Oh, wow.
but it's nonlinear, so it goes back and forth in time. Like you see her starting out and falling in love with him. You see the kids in the present day, like trying to grapple with as adults who their mother was because their dad is keeping this like kind of secret. And so they're trying to like uncover all these bits and pieces, and he threw away like all of the VHS tapes of her acting because he just didn't want that to be like the wife in his head. And so there's all these layers of like who are women as mothers, but also like our spouses, but also how much do our parents impact us. And it's the family dynamics of these kids as they grow up, and also Susie and the decisions she's made. And it's really, really good. It is a family drama.
That sounds
It
so
opens
good.
on the sad, so it's not like heart-wrenching.
Got it.
And the writing is just amazing. I'm shocked that it's a debut. So I haven't finished it, but I am loving it. And I could totally see this being a Jenna pick for the twin part alone.
Love it. I love when we find debuts. The Dandelion is Dead is also a debut.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah. Oh, here you go.
Oh my, this is my favorite that I've had this month so far.
When you were talking, I don't know why I thought that this was a fantasy.
Really? Well, I could see that. The Fourth Princess sounds like a fantasy.
I didn't see the cover. For some reason, when you were talking about the Fourth Princess, it was a different book with a different cover and everything.
So
sorry.
No, I am a sucker for like Kate Morton, Diane Setterfeld. I love Gothic fiction. And it's really hard to come by good Gothic fiction. And this is probably the best one I've read in 8 or 9 years since we blocked. I am obsessed with this book. This will be the podcast pick of the week, by the way, because I want everyone to read this book. It is set in 1911 Shanghai, where there are two women. One, Charlotte, who is an heiress from America, who's come over with her husband to move in with their uncle, her husband's uncle, to start building railroads in China.
Okay.
And she has decided to hire a secretary from the area to like acclimate herself to like Chinese society. And she hires this girl who's the ward of a rich, wealthy, very old family in Shanghai, the Liu family.
Okay.
And it's their ward who kind of has amnesia and doesn't remember anything from when she was like, before she was like 10.
Okay.
And their secrets are intertwined. There is like a lady in red ghost that's wandering around this crumbling old mansion. Li San Lu is trying to figure out like what happened in her past. And Charlotte is under the impression that she maybe has been brought to Shanghai for the wrong reasons. And so they're both like working to solve something, but there's this like ghost floating around and the house is crumbling down. And it is
this sounds so good.
It is so good. And like the ending was like full break stop. I cannot believe it. It is.
Is it an ending or is it like
no?
Is there going to be one after?
No. It's an ending, and like I could see this being made into like a movie. Like I just can't get enough of it. This is so good. Like I want to go back and reread it.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, why does it keep telling me to wake up? The screen. Do you hear that? Click? Yeah. It keeps saying wake up on here. Anyway.
Wake up?
Yeah, that's what it says. It goes,
but you're not sleeping.
I'm very confused. I don't like the Zoom update. Anyway, this was my favorite in the past month. It's my favorite Gothic, and this will be a best of the year for me already. I already know it.
I love that.
My first 5-star read of the year.
Yay!
Love it. Okay.
I had Dandelion is Dead is my 5-star read. And
look at that in January. We are breaking records for you. It was like March.
It was
last year. Before you got your first 5.
Oh my God, I've read so many good books. This is you also.
This is good, not great.
Did you read?
I listened to it. It is Such a Bad Influence was her book.
Oh, that's what it's called.
Olivia is she's in the podcast Bad on Paper, and her debut last year. We did her party here, and it was great. This one's about a cult, and it's a dual timeline. Our female protagonist was in the cult. Her dad ran the cult. She's been out of the cult now for 10 years.
Okay.
And a reporter comes back and is like, I think there's a cult and I think you were part of it. And like, I want to learn some things. And she thinks that the reporter knows stuff that she would only know if her friend had told her, the friend that she left behind that she was missing. And so she wants to use the reporter to get to the friend.
Okay.
But you can tell right away because she's like, I'm doing this, like research, like I'm doing this to like fit in the way I'm supposed to fit in. So you know she's an unreliable narrator and like from the jump. And so you just don't know what you're supposed to believe,
Got it.
even when you're listening to her memories of the cult. Like,
Got it.
like the whole thing is just like twisted. It's not as good as her last one, but it is a very twisty, fun, especially if you like
Okay.
cults book. It's probably the best cult book I've read.
Oh, that's good.
Because there's not that many out there, but
No.
it was well done.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I think I have a couple more. This was my thriller month.
I
Okay.
also I had
It's a lot of thrillers.
I
It
had
is
a
lot
lot
of
of thrillers.
It's filler
And
season.
like the weird thing, I had read another thriller that was supposed to be coming out, and then they moved the date to like, but they moved it to the middle of March
Oh, that's
instead of the
weird.
middle of February. So like,
That's weird.
yeah, it wasn't like a let me move it to the first of the month
Right.
situation.
You know that it's a book club pick. Okay, Such Sheltered Lives it reminded me of Nine Perfect Strangers.
Okay.
Three ultra wealthy people are at a rehab / wellness
Oh yes, that very
place in
perfect.
New York, and they all have different reasons for being there. One is a royal, that's clearly like a thinly veiled Prince Harry. One has an eating disorder. Prince Harry has like PTSD, I think, from like a car accident, and the other one is just like suffering from addiction, like alcohol addiction, abuse. But there's a murder mystery that's throughout it because one of the guests specifically wanted to get her eating disorder treated here because this is where her mom died.
Ooh, okay.
When she was 17.
Okay.
So
Oh.
so she's now 27, 28, and she's like here because she wants to be like sneaking around in the middle of the night to try to figure out what actually happened to her mother. So there's that is going on in the background. And you're seeing everyone's treatment and it's told by all the different patients.
Okay.
And it was very fun.
Okay.
It was very fun. It's set in like a wintry so it's not really a beach read, but it's like a this time of year read. And it's a fun one.
Okay. That sounds good. This is my
thriller.
And it is a figure skating thriller.
Just in time for the Olympics.
I know, and
and it's out 2-1, so that means it's published on Amazon, and it was on Amazon First Reads then. Maybe?
Yes, which is why it is not on Libro.
Yeah, because it's Amazon First Reads. I just put that math together for you.
So good. And I couldn't figure out why I'd had it on as the first, and we discussed this last month. I'm having an issue.
It's all good.
Okay, so it's a figure skating thriller. It's 2 timelines. So it starts off, and one of the assistant coaches has been murdered via a figure skate to the head.
Ooh. That's why I will never figure skate. Like I won't go on an ice skating rink because those blades, like I just feel like somebody would like to the throat or something. I'm terrified of that.
So,
figure skate to the head.
A woman is called in. She is a lawyer. She specializes in like defending children who've been accused of crimes and stuff like that. But she is called in specifically because this child is living at a place called The Palace where she is being trained. She lives there all year round. This lawyer was a figure skater there when she was a child. So now it's the 2 timelines for all the stuff that happened at the palace when she was there, and now trying to figure out whether or not this kid actually did kill him, and if it wasn't her, like who did it, so she can defend her. Either way, she's going to defend her. So there's some trigger warnings. They don't go into like super details, but I mean these kids like
it's like gymnastics, like when you read about gymnastics, where it's like it's
like drugs for like the injuries and like the emotional abuse. They use something called like fear conditioning, which was basically trying to get them to react to a different way to fear. This was like, their sports coaching, which was like totally messed up. So there are some trigger warnings, but it isn't done in a way to be like gory. It seems to fit in with like the world of figure skating, and it's really, really good.
And appropriately timed.
Yeah, perfectly timed. Oh, and this was this was my other one.
Alice Feeney, you
Oh
love
my
her.
God, I love Alice Feeney. His and Hers, and I watched the first episode, and it's really
the
well
new
done.
show. Okay.
His and Hers is another Alice Feeney, really great book. It just came out. It's like a limited edition.
Wait, that key is a man's face. Wow, that is a great cover.
Or a woman's face.
No, I was thinking the woman was at the top, but I guess it could be, if you see the man, like that is the key.
Oh my God, I
Sorry,
didn't see that. That was really good.
Um,
Why is it telling
I
me
don't
to
know.
just-
Go to the next. It's like, I don't like this
Okay.
Zoom update.
No, mine isn't doing that.
I know.
Yours is annoying. Okay, it's so well plotted. It's so smart. It doesn't end with like a ghost, okay? I don't like it when the answer to a thriller is that there was a ghost.
Right.
Okay. So, this woman goes out for a run. She leaves all of her stuff at home, obviously, because she's going out for a run. She comes home, she has her key, she goes to open the door to her house, and the door is not opening. The door will not open. She can't get it to open. She knocks on the door. The husband answers the door, looks at her and says, "Can I help you?" And she says, "What do you mean? I was on my key isn't working." He's like, "I don't know who you are." And another woman comes up and is like, "Honey, who's at the door?" It's another woman that looks like her and is saying, I'm Eden Fox. Who the hell are you and what are you doing? And she's like, I have like my art. They're like, "We don't know who you are."
Oh, I have an audio copy of this and I am listening to it.
Okay, so
Genius. This
so,
is
so
I'm
now
writing this one down.
it's
This is
like,
so up my alley.
what is going on? Who is the wife? And meanwhile, there's another story, and all of this is taking place at a house called Spyglass. And meanwhile, 6 months ago, someone else has inherited the house from her grandmother. So the story is going with the two of them, and you're trying to figure out, is this woman a complete and total psychopath, or is she actually the real Eden Fox, and what is going on?
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay. Yes.
It was
The
so-
thrillers
Yes,
are
they're
so much better.
much better.
So
I've
much
read
better.
like 4 thrillers this year that are already better than every thriller I
I
read
feel like
last
when
year.
we were putting together beach reads last year, we were talking about thrillers and we were like, I guess we'll put this one on. Like, we gotta give people recommendations, and we didn't have the best ones. Like, there was nothing
No,
already. We've got like,
already. Every
it's gonna be a
thriller I've read.
fight to be like, which one
yeah,
are we putting on?
I've read 5 thrillers this year that are
It's a
read.
good problem.
Every one of them is better than the thrillers.
Yes. Yes. Okay. I love it.
Okay.
What's next?
Is this another
Speaking of another thriller, God, I mean, listen, we know how publishing works, and this is thriller season, but
And these are good ones,
This
though.
is
They're
a lot.
good.
this is about a secret society, and I was listening to it, could not put it down. It is 2 intertwined stories, but there's a third narrator in that the Knox, which is the building that the secret society, which the secret society is called the Knox, is housed in, is also a narrator.
No, yeah, the
And
building.
The building.
Oh,
He's
I
like,
love that.
creepy, like creepy building man. So essentially, there's a secret society, and this woman named Vivian is she wakes up, she has like a brain concussion. There's something happens to her. Her nurse
A brain
Taylor,
concussion.
no, not a brain injury, a brain injury. Her nurse Taylor is like there at the ER to check her in. She ends up seizing, she goes to ICU, and then she disappears from the hospital. And Taylor is from North Carolina and is like moved to Boston because she wants to be surrounded by the wealth of Boston. This is where her mother lived at one point before she died.
Okay.
And she just like wants to be close to her mother. And she can't let go of the fact that like Vivian disappeared from the hospital and nobody knows where she went.
Okay.
So she starts a job. She quits her job as a nurse and starts working at the Knox because she's convinced that there
Okay.
has the secrets. And then we're flashing back to Vivian and how she gets like embroiled in the Knox. And then the storylines merge. And I've never read anything like it. It was just so much fun
That sounds
because it's
so
like
good.
eyes wide shut stuff is like happening.
Okay, okay.
Like it, I can't even explain
That
it. It
sounds
was
so
just,
good.
it was just really, really fun. It was so fun. It's not a cult. It's just fun.
I love waiting to hear your descriptions and tell my friend about so I can like but
This is a good one.
I can't add any more books to my
I know.
list.
I know.
I have
That one
like,
is so good though.
like another like 20 books to read for next
I
month.
think
So,
it's like, but also because like the house is, I'm a sucker for like an old house with a weird hidden like hidden rooms, hidden stairways. There is some like creepy stuff that went down in the Knox, like when it was
I
founded.
love that.
It's
I
crazy. There
sometimes
is
wish
some
I could
drug
find a
use in
secret
this, though. I
room in
forgot
my
to write
house.
that. I dream that there's
Me too.
rooms
That's
in my
true.
house, and I'm
My
like,
house,
I found this room. I didn't know it was
I
here.
know, my house is over 100 years old. So sometimes I have a dream that because in this true story, in the baseboard of my bedroom,
Mhm.
when we went to go do some renovations, we found the baseboard opened up and we found a safe hidden in the baseboards of my
I remember
room.
this. I remember that you had someone open
Yeah,
it. I remember
yeah.
this.
And there was nothing inside. We were hoping there was going to be like,
Wads of cash.
yeah, or gems or
Can you imagine?
bonds.
This is a story waiting to happen.
I was so excited. I'm like, oh my God, there's going to be like diamonds in there.
It's gonna pay for the renovation.
There was nothing.
No, no such luck.
Didn't work.
I think this is my last thriller. This is it. Okay. So for those of you that don't like thrillers, I apologize. I was really on a kick. The Fairweather Friend. If you know me a long time,
It's so funny.
you know, I know, you know that, and I like basically didn't read any last year because they were all terrible.
They're so bad.
I love the weather. Like there's nothing I love more than putting on like the Weather Channel.
You love the weather, but you also
I love a lot of things that are
she,
weird.
She loves the weather so much, but you're also like really into like recycling.
I am because I worked at the zoo. It's all like intertwined.
It all is intertwined.
But I think it is so fun, like when there's a blizzard or a hurricane, or to just like plop yourself in front of the Weather Channel and watch the weather anchors. Okay. And at the zoo, I also used to
Which is why she tracks me on my phone if I'm ever driving in the rain. She's like,
true.
You should be home by now.
At my job at the zoo, we also, the local weather girl, which if you're from Philly, you know, Cecily Tynan, used to come once a week and do her broadcast live from the zoo with like different animals. And I was responsible for setting it up and like working with her. So like I just have an affinity for weather people. Okay. It's a weird niche fact. The weather girl is murdered. And the story of her murder is told right before she was murdered. She gave a list to an intern to give to like a fellow person of like 7 names. And those 7 people are suspects, and those 7 people are the people narrating the story.
Oh, that's
so you're the whole time you're reading it, you're like, yep, you could have done it. 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 Like, and you just don't know which one is going to be the murderer. And the ending was very clever. I didn't see it coming. It was just.
I love it when I don't see the ending coming.
It was really a clever twist, and it was like a unique premise, and I love the fact that like all the suspects were the ones telling the story.
I love that
because it just made it kept you on your toes because you were hearing their inner thoughts of like, I hate her because she did this, and I hate her because she did that. So it was amazing.
They were reliable narrators.
Yes, they were reliable, like hateful. It was just fun. It was like not the best written thriller out there, but it was a load of fun.
Oh, that sounds really fun.
And it was a full cast narrative.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I read a mystery.
I didn't read any mysteries.
This is from the same woman who wrote Blue Cover. I can't remember what it was. Same woman. It was a murder mystery / rom-com where like the female who works at the publishing house needs to like buddy up with whoever the male du jour is to like solve the crime.
Okay.
And this time the murder was on a yacht, and it was from this like best-selling author that like is killed because he's about to spill all the secrets to this country club. And she like wants the manuscript because whoever killed him like stole the manuscript. and she needs to figure out who the murderer was. She wants the manuscript back so she can like save her company. And there's this like cute, handsome doctor who like she keeps needing to like lean on for support. We all know where this is going, but it's just like a rom cozy. It's just a fun little something, and you can read it not having read the other one, which is called She Doesn't Have a Clue.
Nice. Okay.
Okay,
Good.
it came to me.
Good.
Fantasyland. We've entered the world of Jackie.
Fantasy. Okay. Now this one is interesting because it is billed as a fantasy, but if you don't like fantasy, then you can view this whole entire thing as not being a fantasy. And I'll explain. So this woman she's kind of had a very tumultuous relationship with her mother. Her father was a really famous writer. He's died from Alzheimer's.
Okay.
And she is just trying to figure out like how to pack up his stuff. Her mom wants to like move on really quickly. She's really mad at her mom for like doing this. She's having like a tumultuous relationship with her daughter, who's all of a sudden shutting her out. She finds her father's typewriter, and he never wanted her to touch the typewriter. Okay. And so she types something in to the typewriter, and it seems to come true. And every time she seems to type anything into the typewriter, it seems to come true. And so she starts to question whether or not the typewriter is magic. But she also feels like she is potentially having some memory and forgetting things when she uses the typewriter. And so she is wondering whether or not there's actually magic in the typewriter, and whether there's a price for magic, and whether every time she puts something in and a wish is granted, whether she's losing a memory. And if maybe this is the reason for her father's Alzheimer's. So the story really goes on and gives you a lot of questions about like, is there a price for magic? Is it really magic? Can you really control your fate? Right? Like and her mother is an alcoholic, right? So there are so we're really trying to and there's a lot of like moving parts for this as they try and figure out like where everybody's going.
Got it.
So I really liked it.
Has she written anything else that you recall?
Yes, but I can't remember.
Huh. Okay.
This
same author as the very popular book from last year.
Yeah, Watermoon. Okay. This author, I swear this is the most unique magical system I've ever heard of in my entire life. And it is the book version of Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. It is like an absolute acid trip. If I've never dropped acid, I can only imagine.
The cover looks that way, and the side, I mean, it's really pretty.
It is like all over the place. So it's like basically the Elsewhere Express is a train that takes in people who are just not connected to their lives. And then they find themselves on the train, and the train is supposed to help them find their purpose. And it really is a book that kind of questions like, what is happiness? What is your purpose, as they go through on this train that everything is supposed to be wonderful and perfect. And it's like beautiful magic that they're creating on this train, and nothing makes sense in terms of like time or space. Like her imagination is incredible on here. It's very, very out there. And but it actually has a lot of thoughts about like, what is happiness, finding your happiness, like moving on from like grief and loss, or he's an artist and he's lost his eyesight. So it was so good. I loved it. I liked it better than Watermoon.
Oh, that's saying something.
Yeah. but
Because that was like a highly
it was, but I mean, who knows?
popular one.
And this is you.
My one fantasy, which should surprise no one because it's a historical fantasy set in Renaissance Italy, which I'm pretty sure is a reading challenge prompt at some point in the future.
It is 100%.
This one was a slower start for me. I believe this is Isabel. I think it's her adult debut. She typically writes YA, and I've never read her stuff before. She's a very good writer, but it's a little bit harder to digest. And so I only had an audio copy of this, and it was hard for me to like listen to this one and do something else. Like when I was in the car listening to it, it was great because I could really focus on it. But if I stepped away for like 5 seconds to put something in the fridge or like read the recipe on, I like had to go back and re-listen because of her writing style. But essentially, a magical sculptress wins a competition, and she uses her magic to win the competition, like her ability as a sculptress, revealing that she has magic, which is illegal in parts of Italy because the Pope is anti-magic.
Got it.
But in Florence, they're very pro-magic, and the De Medicis are pro-magic. De Medicis are pro-magic, and there's a magical family that's like, great, you've won this competition that you've entered to save your brother's life. You won, and this is all in like the first chapter. Now you have to come back with us to Florence, and you have to do this thing, and we need you to do a task for us. And I mean, first of all, it's like Renaissance Italy, so like the setting is just beautiful, and you're trying to figure out the whole time. I was like, is he a fae? Is he a vampire? Is he a I'm trying to figure out like what kind of magical being they are because they're immortal. They're immortal, and you don't know why. And the Pope is trying to do like it's a whole thing. It's really I've never read anything like
Is it a standalone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love standalone fantasies.
I know. I think that's what she writes best.
Oh.
Yeah. But it's good. It's good.
Oh, okay.
Romance. Oh, I don't have one to participate with. I started one yesterday, but I didn't get far enough in to really recommend it.
These are romances, but they're not like this could have just as easily been fiction.
Okay.
Okay. Like
so is it a clean romance?
Yes.
Okay.
There's some kissing.
Okay.
Okay. So this woman, and I actually, when I read the description, I didn't realize how young she was. She's young, and her husband died.
Oh.
I didn't realize like how young she was. They don't really say because they don't touch on it too much, but like they get engaged, he gets sick, they get married, and then he dies shortly after.
Okay.
And what he did was he arranged for her starting January 1st to have a book a month for the year after he's died to help her get through the grief.
Oh, are they real books?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
It's and it gives like recommendations.
It's like, yes, I love you.
Oh my God, it's so cute.
Is
so at first it starts off and it's like, I mean, this isn't like really like it's like a cooking book. Like look, you need to learn how to cook because she was like a terrible cook and he used to cook for her. Like just stuff like that. It doesn't start like it's really, really sweet. And she's going, and as she's getting these books, he's helping her to
like move on
and overcome, and books are leading the way for her living the life that he always like envisioned her to have.
Oh, and this sounds like a really good Valentine's book.
So good.
I love that.
I don't think someone's going to choose this as a book club pick, but I wish they would because it's just like so like the power of books and like love and like you're able to just move on like slowly. Like he knew exactly like what she was going to need like at that point.
Oh, I think that's great.
It was so cute. And you can listen to it.
Oh, good. Thank you.
This is another one. It is spicy. But again, like it was a romance that actually has you thinking, like, is fate like real or do you make your own fate? So this woman can't remember her name, obviously. Her family has been in the matchmaking business for like years and years, like generations, like hundreds of years. They have the ability to look into somebody's face, see their past lives, and find their fated love, the person that they are going to be with. There's always been a warning that her father left her mom because she married the person who is not her fated.
Okay.
So she has been waiting for her fated love since she was 30. It's coming up on her 40th birthday. They have not been able to find him.
Okay.
And so she starts going out on a date with this younger guy. He's like, I think 11 years younger than her. She really, really likes him. He introduces her to his boss, who is the fated one.
Oh.
And so now,
now it's a love triangle.
yes, yes. And
yes.
And then we're questioning, like, what is fate? What is happiness? Like, you meet someone, you have a connection. What if they're not like
the one?
The one. Are you gonna be like, is there only the one?
Interesting. Okay, I like it.
So really cute. It's spicy, but it actually has a story. It's not just going from like one scene to another with like nothing in between.
Okay.
Okay. Anne of a Different Island.
Wait, is this Anne Shirley? Like, is this a retelling?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. So this is another Anne.
Okay.
Okay, who really identifies with Anne Shirley. Like she feels like she is Anne Shirley and she's looking for her Gilbert, and she is Mackinac Island, but she's moved off. She has a boyfriend. Then the pandemic hits, and you know, with her boyfriend, and it goes through kind of like their story. Her father has died and she's come back. And now she's wrestling with the strange relationship she has with her boyfriend. Trying to get along better with her mom, reconnecting with her best friend who's still on the island. And it's a really cute enemies to lovers romance, and it's if you like Anne Shirley.
I do. I love Anne Shirley.
Then
she was like my really number one.
I know. And she talks about all the different books. It's like really cute. It's a really cute like ode to Anne of Green Gables.
Oh, love that. Okay, this I read in Florida, and it was just really fun, and it sparked so many great conversations that I would highly recommend reading it on vacation, even with people that aren't readers. So this book is the history of Super Nintendo, like the company and the games. But it starts with like a very brief history.
Which you weren't alive when Super Nintendo came out.
No, first came. Yes, I was. Oh, well, I guess it's the story of Nintendo, which by the way started as like a trading card company, like back in like the 1800s. Okay, so
then I wasn't alive.
Right. So then it talks about like sort of really briefly like how they get from like the Super Nintendo to Super Nintendo to Game Boy, like the whole gamut. And that's like the prequel, like the prologue, so to speak. Then it goes game by game, like how it was made. So like Donkey Kong.
Oh, that's
Mario. Zelda, which is my personal favorite. And it like takes the capsule of like, here's how Donkey Kong was first created. And there was this like plumber guy who then becomes, but it was part of this story and how it was different than the other video games and the way that they modeled and why Nintendo just has this nostalgic hit that is not like any other video game company. And so, of course, we were in the pool talking about video game, which version of Zelda was the best version. And depending on how old you were, you like talked about, my son has played every single version of it. So there were debates on that. Which Mario is the best? Do you like Mario Galaxy? Do you like, and then it was like, is Mario better than like Xbox? And everyone was like, oh no, you don't play Nintendo for the graphics, you play for like the game, the storytelling of the game. Anyway, it sparked so many conversations. I was just like shouting out fun facts at people while reading it. It was just like it was almost interactive in the
I
way
should
that I read
buy this
it
and
on
send it to my
vacation.
brother.
So you should. It's so adorable. And Keza has worked in 1,000,001 different gaming websites and news columns and all that. So she really knows what she's talking about. And it was just really fun.
Oh, that's cool.
Really, really fun.
I love that. I think this is our last one. Okay.
Look at
So,
you, final one.
okay.
And then we get to get into the ones that we didn't like.
I know. First of all, I cannot believe I was like, oh my God, this was such a good ending. And then it was not ended. And there is
Oh,
going to be another one.
oh,
Yes. I'm like,
secret,
no,
secret
don't
Christmas
do
series.
that. Why? I was like, why? This is really good for fans of the Night Circus.
Okay.
It's very, very much very Night Circusy. So it starts off, there is a woman. Her father was a slave owner, her mother was a slave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And she falls in love with one of the slaves. They decide they're going to run away together.
Mm-hmm.
And just when they get to where they're going to run away, the slave owner's wife shows up. This is like the first chapter. I'm not
Okay.
spoiling anything. Shows up. She says, if you want the freedom for your sisters,
Mm-hmm.
if you want them to be free, you know what you have to do. And he kills her. And so starts a curse on both their families, that their families are now tied together in this magical tether.
Okay.
And now the story moves to the two different families. And
This is giving Romeo and Juliet.
Yes, it's also total star-crossed lovers. So if we move forward, you see the two families.
Mm-hmm.
One person is chosen from each family. They have to compete in the magical duel. They have to like kill the other one and take their magic in order for things to be able to move on. The amazing thing is that they are able to travel through time. So they could choose to be in like a bunch of it takes place in Philadelphia. Like I loved it. Like Philadelphia in the present. They could go to like New Orleans in like 1922. They can choose exactly where they go.
Okay.
One of the families is trying to help the other families, like the other Black families, and one of the families is trying to go through and stop bad things from happening. And yet they know that every 70-ish years they're going to be put together in a like giant magical duel and have to kill someone. And
Ooh.
it was really good. I cannot believe I was like, oh my God, this is like it ended on this was great. And it's not, no, it's not the ending. It lied.
It's looking at the date, GMAYA.
Oh, 100%.
Like I don't know why, but I feel like it's GMAYA, right? They always just choose real fantasy anyway, and this just with the theme of like Valentine's Day, it just
and it's like, you know, we have like some Black characters. We're not just having like
white,
like young white kids.
Okay.
Which is
so diversity is, yeah.
But it helps shape the story and makes it like so much better.
Okay.
I 100%. If it's not this GMAYA, I mean, could I don't know what Risa's going to pick for her YAs now.
Well, now it's every other, so she's not picking again till March.
Oh, okay.
So we got
She's
time.
doing it every month.
Me too, until I watch the whole thing, which that's the like lamest announcement of all time.
It's the lamest.
For another day, but anyway.
Did we tell everyone?
Yeah. She's lame.
Whatever. But yes, this is it has to be, and it's really good.
All right.
I told Maddie
to read it,
that she has to read it, and I was like, I'm gonna pre-order this one for her.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Should we tell them the ones that we didn't like?
Yeah.
Because I had a couple.
Should I tell mine why I didn't like it?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to quickly tell you, I started Crux and
You only had an audio copy.
I only had an audio copy. The story was so good that I actually was able to listen to some of it. I had to stop. The audiobook narrator of this was so bad. And I was like, I don't know if it's me. And I played some for Kirsten. She was like, yeah, no.
I couldn't do
I
it.
felt like I was listening to like Bill or Ted from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure narrating it. It's like, oh my God. And like,
Oh, no way. Like even at
oh,
like 3 times speed, it was like, no way.
I
What?
I can't
No.
believe that you're gonna do that.
And like the extension of the
It was
sounds,
horrible.
I couldn't
It was
listen
like
to it either.
listening to a but this was on 2 speed and they were still going, and it was
It was
not the
bad.
proper intonation for what they were
Yeah,
trying to
because the story's
say.
about teens, and so they clearly wanted someone that was going to sound like a teen, but it was like, have you spent time around teens?
But also,
They speak at a regular
right.
speed. If
And,
anything, they talk faster in 2026 than they did when we were in the 90s, and we were like, what?
right. And also, they're not talking like that when they're talking about really serious
Right,
life stuff.
right,
It's not going to be like, oh my God, you're like going to move away.
right,
It
right.
was, I couldn't
Maybe
listen
if it
to
was
it.
on 3 speed where it was so fast that you weren't really hearing the accent,
Yes.
but it too, it was not.
Which,
Not.
so I would like to read this,
Okay.
but I could not listen to it. It was unlistenable.
Well, I had two that I did not like that I DNF'd. The first was Notes on Heartbreak, which I put down by the end of the first chapter. Annie Lord is the dating columnist at Vogue Britain, Vogue UK. And this is an international bestseller over there. So I thought this is her memoir. So I thought, oh, this is going to be like a fun memoir. And I realized a few things. Number one, I have been out of the dating game for so long that I couldn't connect.
Okay.
And I just couldn't connect because it was like her diary. And then I know that this is like a real person who's writing these things, and she would like allude to sexual encounters that she was having, and it just felt too voyeuristic for me. It wasn't even like the detail, it was just like I just didn't want to know. And I just like was trying to read it. I'm like, this is clearly not the book for me. So I hung up on that. And then Every Happiness, I was like, we're done. I wanted to like this one so much. And I've stopped it. I may go back to it. It comes out on the 3rd. I could see it being a book club pick. I normally love an immigration story, and I specifically love immigration stories because no matter what culture you come from, Italy, Korea, Africa, India, when you assimilate into culture here in the US, there's always like some hurdle that you have to get over, but often for different cultures, it's different. Like maybe it's the food, or maybe it's the people, or maybe it's you miss community, or whatever it is. But everyone has like a different hard spot that they struggle with when they come over to America. And I just find it really fascinating how this one act of moving to America is different for people from different countries. So I generally really, really like immigration stories. And this is a story about two friends who meet in Catholic school when they're 12 years old in India and end up coming over to Connecticut. And they do like becomes very successful. The other friend is there too. And I was like, oh, I've never read like a friendship immigration story. This is going to be really fun. They follow their husbands or whatever over here. I realized immediately that like when they were 12, it was a toxic friendship. And when they were 30 years later in Connecticut, it was still a toxic friendship.
Mm.
And there was no joy in the story. They kept saying we're the best of friends. The writer was saying to me, we are the best of friends, but showing me that they're terrible. Like one was like, I'm gonna I'm gonna thread your mustache hairs off because that would mean that she would have to come to me every single week to get her mustache hairs like waxed off. And then like she like took her notebook and like dropped down the elevator shaft because the friend was applying to be like to go into the program to be a doctor, and she didn't want her to do that. So she like took it away. Like, I'm like, what? Who needs these kind of friends?
Right.
And even when they come to America and there's like games of like who has more money and whose husband's more successful. And I was just like,
That
Gross.
sounds terrible.
I don't want to read this.
That sounds, yeah.
So I put it away and I just, I don't,
Toxicity is not
I
how
just-
we need to start the year.
no, I
No.
just couldn't find anything that made me think like, yes, these are friends. I was like, they are frenemies and I don't want to read their immigration story because I just,
Great.
I don't like any, I didn't like them. So I stopped at like the 40% mark. Like I was like, kept trying and I just couldn't,
That's enough to know.
I couldn't do it.
It is
So
a no-go.
it was a no-go for me.
Um,
Emma Gray, not the author of Sandwich, not the
Nope.
author of Sandwich. There's some pictures of you. Look, I changed this slide too. So pretty.
So cute.
Okay.
I love it. Is that it?
Yeah, let's
Okay.
stop sharing our screen. I felt like that was the speed round. Like I need like water. I can't believe you guys sat through that. It's a 50. That was almost, it's 55 minutes.
Oh my
55.
God.
Like that we
That
had
was a lot of books.
to go through.
But they were good books.
They were. I feel like the beginning of the year is always the best part of the year.
So last year, my
Wait,
first
let me
3
stop
months
this.
were tough.